I don't know, like the Mines of Kansas. If you want to discuss Detroit real quick, I kind of discussed with Dexter. Detroit has had a couple fluke wins this year because they came back from behind. Now those are games like if you look at the Dallas game, you look even before the Dallas game.
I wouldn't say they were. Would you say fluke? I think they've been playing with fire, and I think they was playing with fire yesterday. It just so happened they lucked up and they got up out of it. They're playing with fire. I don't know what it is, but they can't consistently put it together and play a full 4 quarters. Nowhere in the NFL, and surprisingly nowhere in the NFL you can actually have that many games you come back from and actually pull it off. I'm not going to call it a fluke, Jared.
It's the year of the Lion.
I don't know.
Exactly. And when you have 2 offensive weapons like Stafford being healthy, and we seen what happened with Stafford when that thumb got messed up, and Megatron, you can do some fluky stuff. So, talent, when you get the type of talent we were talking about Haney earlier and saying if the Bears had a receiver like that and he could just gun it up there to him and he can come down with it, yeah, it could be a fluke. But also, what is it called? Luck is preparation. What's the thing?
Preparation means
whatever. But you get what I'm trying to say right here.
All I'm saying is this. Bill Parcells used to say it perfectly. You are what you are. They're 8-6. Cincinnati's 8-6. The Lions are 9-5. Dallas is 8-6, I believe now. Look at Philadelphia. They're playing their best ball at the end of the year. They're 6-8. They're lucky enough to be in playoff contention still. So you don't know what the NFL is such a fluky league that if you look at teams like San Diego and Philadelphia, I'm more afraid of teams should be more afraid of Philadelphia and San Diego getting the playoffs than they will be of Denver and Dallas.
Oh yeah,
I guarantee you, if Philadelphia and San Diego,
I wouldn't diss Dallas like that, but Denver, yes.
I'm not going to diss Dallas like that. But if you look at Dallas
can score some points.
That's debatable.
That's the thing with Dallas. Dallas can put up in this pass happy league. If you can put up points, and Dallas can put up points,
and they can score. The problem is with Dallas is when you expect them to make that next step, they never do.
Do you expect the Giants to actually show up? Because they can't close anything out.
Against two.
Anybody.
They play the Jets at home. Well, it's a home game for both of them.
They're going to probably lose that game.
If they lose that game and Philadelphia, let's say some fluky way, because the big word today is fluke, they beat Dallas, you're going into New York, having to win in New York, trusting Tony Romo and Jason Garrett, who blew games against Arizona, found a way to lose week 1 against the Jets, found a way to blow a 21-point lead against the Lions to have to go win in New York. And I know everybody going to sit there and say, oh, well, you know, the Giants have lost a lot of games. I almost said the Knicks. Excuse me there. Mm-hmm. But if I have to go and I need to win one game, do I trust Eli Manning? Do I trust Tony Romo? I'm going with the guy with the ring on his finger. And remember this. Here comes the Dallas love. There's just too much Dallas love
here.
This ain't
Dallas love because think about this now, Devon the Kens. You guys, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Is this not the same New York Giants team that lost to Seattle at home? Mm-hmm. The same New York Giants team that almost lost to Miami at home. I do not trust the Giants. I trust the Cowboys more than the Giants because with the the Cowboys, at least I know what the problem is in these games that they lost. It's really, if you want to look at it, it's defense.
All right.
It's not the offense. Right. It's the defense.
Listen, okay, 2 points real quick. Defensively, though, I lean more towards the Giants. They're balling out. You see what Pierre's doing. But getting back to what Dexter's question was, though, who do you trust more, Eli or Tony Romo?
Tony Romo.
I'm going with Eli every day of the year.
Romo.
No, because let's be serious, for real. No way. When we're talking about big-time clutch moments, who stepped up? We're talking about Eli on the largest stage in the world against an undefeated team. He did it. And he also had to win to get into the playoffs. Tony Romo is good regular season-wise. He can put up better statistics than Eli, even though this year I don't think he is. But, no, if we're going for the end of this game, clutch moment, it's Eli.
I got to go Romo. If you compare.
But you love Dallas, right?
No. Oh, wow, I just say Eli. No, I'm sorry. Let me say, I'm going to say this again. I'm going with Romo. If you're going off of this year alone, I don't even have to. If you want to put up stats, let's put up stats.
No, Romo got the better stats.
I would trust Romo this year versus Eli this year. Hands down.
But why doesn't Jason Garrett? Because we know the last couple snafus at the end of the game have been because he didn't want to give Tony Romo the ball and have him drive or do anything. So why doesn't his own coach trust him?
But here's the thing, though. Jason Garrett has a lot of issues. Like, number one, what NFL coach ices his own kicker? I have never seen that ever done before.
I've seen it.
I mean, and then number two, like the whole thing, it's now what me and Dexter were going back to the whole Dallas thing earlier. When you're up 21 points, and Jason, your head coach is Jason Garrett, who's in charge of the offensive coordinator. Why are you not running the ball? Yeah. That's the same thing with when the Cowboys lost to the Giants. They went 2 rushing attempts, then they went with the passing. Why are you going with the passing thing? You want to waste as much time as possible. I would run the ball 3 times. If you don't get the first down in 3 times, punt the ball. Don't run the ball twice and then try to make a pass completion. And if the pass is incomplete, guess what? The time stops.
Okay, Jared.
So you give it's like if it's the same thing. Actually, it's not the same thing with the Bears, but it kind of is the same. It kind of is like the same theory. Now, if Marion Barber would have stayed in bounds last week versus the Broncos, that's what, Dex, 45, 50 seconds of time.
40 seconds
off.
gone. You go from 56 seconds to 18 seconds.
That's how much time, was wasted right there. That could have been wasted, but it was not wasted. That's my thing with Jason Garrett, though. When it comes clutch time, sometimes if the Cowboys are up on offense, they do not run the ball
enough
to waste the clock. He goes with the pass. That's the one thing like I never understood, with Jason Garrett. And it's the same thing actually with Wade Phillips last year with Dallas. They were pass happy more, and they're not going back to the traditional. Like if you look at the Cowboys in the 90s, yes, they had the wide receivers. But this is not about Dallas. This is just being real though. If you look at the Cowboys in the 90s though,
they ran the ball.
Exactly. That's the Cowboys' identity. It's running the ball. It's not really throwing the ball.
But I think this is the big issue. The big issue is we all understand that Tony Romo, statistically speaking, is great. We're sitting here, we're talking about the NFC East. People sitting here saying they don't believe in the Giants. Let's say the Giants do lose to the Jets, and Dallas still has to beat Philadelphia. And Philadelphia right now is the hottest team in that whole NFC East.
Can you trust any of the teams in it?
I don't trust.
That's the biggest thing. Can you trust anybody?
I don't trust any of them.
That is a great topic.
But we're going to
can
this.
You trust anybody?
Let's rank the head coaches there. Tom Coughlin and Andy Reid are at the top of the list.
Okay.
So now, if I have to win one game, I'm trying to go with whoever's at the top of the list. I have to go with who's ever at the top of the list. And right now, I'm trying to win one road game. It's a must win. I'm taking the Eagles. I think Dallas is going to find a way to choke it again.
Here's my thing, though. You keep saying, okay, if the Giants lose, the Cowboys have to win. You're not thinking here. What if the Giants win still? Cowboys.
If the Giants win and Dallas loses, the Giants will beat.
But okay.
Dallas ain't winning New York. I just don't see that one happening.
Here's my whole thing.
It's too cold.
But Dex,
it's just too cold.
Dex, you're not looking at the whole picture. You could have Dallas winning this week. You could have Giants winning this week. They still have to play each other in week 17.
And if I'm going home, if I have to trust in week 17, I'm trusting Eli Manning and the cold against Dallas going to the cold.
You know what I'm saying? Anyways,
So let's say they do win. Who you taking this week?
I'm taking Dallas.
I'm taking Philadelphia.
Okay, and with that, this is Real Sports Talk Chicago. I would like to, thank my guests Ken and Demise. Can you guys let everybody know where they can catch your guys' radio show?
You can catch Football Island on blogtalkradio.com/Rigo-Radio. We're on from 10 to 12.
Yep.
Every Sunday, if you want to call into the show number is 646-595-3273. We're on Twitter at Football Island, or you can hit us up on the email. The email address is footballisland.rigoradio@gmail.com.
And we appreciate you guys bringing us on today.
Yeah, much love.
You guys are excellent, and just keep up the good work.
Yeah, definitely.